Okay, this worksheet 16.1, page 4, the last page of this worksheet. An acetate rod. Acetate is a type of material, insulator, is hung from a thread, so it's hanging from the ceiling from a wooden support. The rod is given a positive charge by rubbing, by friction. Describe and explain what happens to the acetate rod when a positively charged rod is brought near it. So describe and explain. So two parts. Describe first, then explain. Describe what you see and explain. So if I bring another positive rod near it, the acetate rod will repel from the positively charged rod. So you see, I describe what happened. It repels, or you can say it swings away, because like charges repel. So repeated what we have done in the previous page again. What about if I put a negatively charged rod near it? This time the acetate rod will not swing away, but it will swing towards, attract towards the charged rod. Now why is this? Because unlike charges attract. Now this question is a little bit different. Unearth, uncharged. So what's the charge? Neutral. Is a neutral object. And when you have a positively charged object and a neutral object, we know they will attract each other. So how do we write it? The uncharged rod will attract the acetate rod. Why is this? Because an opposite charge will be induced on the metal rod when it is close enough. So when it's close enough, there will be an induced opposite charge, and opposite charges will attract. So if you want to write it down, you can also write unlike charges attract. So just one more step from previously. Number 3, a plastic comb is rubbed with a piece of dry cloth, once again by friction, brought near pieces of paper. Let's read the question together. What happens to the plastic comb when it's rubbed with a piece of dry cloth? We don't really know whether electrons move to the comb or away from the comb, but one thing we know is that the plastic comb is charged by, since both are insulator, by friction. Okay, charged by friction, that's the key word. What will you see when the comb is brought very near to the small pieces of paper? Explain your answers. So two parts again. What will you see and explain? What will you see and explain? So the paper will be attracted to the comb because, and what from the previous part we know, opposite charge is induced on the surface of the pieces of paper.